graduated high school, I was completely fucking scared of what the fuck I was gonna do for the rest of my life and how I was gonna make it in the world. And it took a long time to even get to the point where I'm at now, which isn't anything. It's taken all that to get to this point. So, I find days where I'm editing a certain video, whatever, and I'm just like thinking like, oh, I'm not getting paid enough. Maybe I'm not getting paid enough. Maybe like I'm not doing enough as that person on Instagram that I'm watching their video or their music video they did, or I'm watching their Instagram followers or their what they're doing. I'm like, oh, I'm not doing enough. I'm not talking in front of the camera. I gotta get out here and talk in front of the camera, or else I'm just gonna be nothing's gonna happen with me. I'm just gonna be this fucking kid that's in his room with a camera, not doing shit. And in any type of field, when it comes to being like an entrepreneur, or I guess, with anything. I mean, it can be in like any type of career. You can compare yourself to someone else and realize like, compare yourself to someone else and think like, oh, I'm not doing enough. Like, I ain't shit. I am not where I want to be. But the thing is, you don't realize that the version of you that was trying to get to where you are now would be way more grateful for that position that you're in than you are in that moment, because you've had all this time to like gradually get to that point that past version of yourself would be way more grateful for. Because like, for example, a year ago, the thought of someone paying me to make a video, and I've been making music videos and other stuff too. I'm just, I'm still in like the very infancy of what I'm gonna do and what I plan to do, and like what this is gonna grow into. But the thought of someone paying me like even $100 was crazy. Like, I couldn't even imagine just someone like whipping out $100 from something that I did, and it being that cool to them or that good that it's worth that much money. And now I charge $300, $400 a video, in some cases more, and that's still nothing compared to the grand scheme of what everybody else is doing. But the thing is, I couldn't even comprehend anybody paying me a penny just a year ago. So it just shows like what a 1 year difference can make in like progress to whatever. And I didn't even know I was gonna be doing this. I was just like I'll wake up at ungodly. I'm not really ungodly. It was like I wake up at like 5 a.m. But whatever. I'd wake up in the morning. I would wake up and just go right to my computer, and I'd just be like watching every next YouTube video about like online businesses. Like, oh, like I'm gonna start drop shipping. Oh, I'm gonna start some sort of agency, like social media marketing agency. I'm gonna do that. But then I realized all these things I'm not even proud about, or I'm not even passionate about. Like, my heart's not in it. Like, I'm not doing anything that's meaningful to me. So it's like, why would I even do that? And the thing is, there's a lot of people that can be like purely motivated by money, and that be like their pure. I had to check if we're still recording. Money be their pure motivator, and that's good, because if someone has a family and stuff and they got to provide for their family, that's like fine. That can be their pure motivator. But I'm just not one of those people, or at least I am not right now. And I just want to do stuff that I love, and that kind of sounds like a privileged, like, Gen Z, I guess, like, thing to say, because you got like the blue collar working these jobs and stuff, and they provide for their families, and they do good work, and they do good work for the world. But the thing is just, I just knew I had to do something different. I just knew I wasn't built for that. Maybe I'm not built for that, and I'm not strong enough to do that the same way they're not for what I want to do. Because what I want to do is like, I want to pave my own way. I want to forge my own path. I want to do what I want to do, and maybe teach that to other people and whatever. I don't know where it's gonna go, but I just know I'm on this road now, and like at this point, 1 year in, like I'm going for it 100%. There's no way I'm backing out now, and there's no plan B at all. So if it doesn't happen, I'm fucked. But the thing is I only have plan A in mind, so I think it's gonna work out and just a matter of time. But um yeah. So I guess what the message of that is, be grateful for where you are right now and what you're going for, and stop looking at everybody else, because it'll fuck you up, especially if you're a person trying to forge your own path and do your own thing. You're gonna have other people that are your competition, and you're gonna think that, like, oh, you know, I said the same thing like 5 times about that, but it's true. It's 100% true. You're gonna feel like you're not enough. You're gonna feel like you're not doing enough. You're gonna feel like you're not making enough money. But you just gotta remember that a year ago, when you started this journey, you would have been proud for where you are now. So you just gotta think about that daily and be grateful, and use that to push forward and forward and forward and break more walls and break more barriers to get to where you really need to go. And yeah. So be grateful be grateful for where you are, unless you've been a lazy piece of shit for the last year. Which, there's a difference between you telling yourself you've been a lazy piece of shit, even though you've actually done a lot, and then there's actually being a lazy piece of shit. So just make sure you're not actually a lazy piece of shit, and fucking go after it.